Over the next 3 days, we are making the break towards the Chinese border, where we're hoping to cross over and then make our way through some of the most remote and rural areas that China has to offer. We're going to be taking ourselves into some pretty extreme situations, but first we have to escape the grey, hellish landscape of Hanoi. Hello everybody and good morning from a dull and grey Hanoi. Yes, we're back on the road. Today we're going to be cycling roughly around 50 to 60 plus or so kilometers from Hanoi to a place called Bac Giang. We're very excited because this is the final stretch now before we cross over into China. So let's go. The joys of Hanoi. What a mad situation indeed. Old rusted bridge on the train tracks. This is cool. It's quite a brutalist, scenic way to exit Hanoi. It literally feels like we're in a dystopian movie right now. Absolutely crazy scenes. Oh, by the way, yes, I finally got a new helmet. Bun cha? Oh, nice. Hi, bun cha? No. Yes. Wow, ngon. Ngon. Oh, let's get some bun cha. This here is a typical sort of establishment that you'll find on the side of the road here in Vietnam, especially the bun cha places. So you'll have the steel tables, the steel sort of stools on the ground. Everybody gets down nice and low, and then you have these here. This is the bun part of the bun cha. So this is the shaky, sort of cold noodles, which doesn't look very appetizing when you first look at it. To be honest, the very first time we had bun cha, I was terrified because I saw these noodles and I was like, this is not going to be a good experience. But trust me, it's amazing. You also get the typical bitter greens. Come on. And then this is the main part of the dish. So this is the cha part of the bun cha. So bun cha is basically the barbecued, as you guys saw just there at the front, barbecued meat. And then you have your cold noodles, and what you basically do, you flavor your broth with the meat inside to whatever way you want to have it, which is like what Naomi does right now. Get the lime, squeeze it in. You can also add some chilies if you're crazy enough to do that.
But
and then you basically take the noodles, the cold noodles, dip them into the broth, warm it up, and then you can grab some of the meat along with the noodles. And if you want to, you can add in some bitter greens for the texture and the crunch and all of that good stuff as well.
Yeah, in the beginning also I was like a little bit confused as to why the noodles are cold. But what you just do is to put it in the soup.
Simple as that. It's really simple concept, but when the first time, like I said, when we tried this the first time, I had no idea what was going on. It looks like a good bun cha. Yeah.
Oh, that's very tasty. And then you have these like beautiful little meatballs. You have a little bit of pork belly in there usually, and some like bigger pieces of pork and so on. And the soup itself is a little bit on the sour side.
Yeah.
But I add also lime, so it's of course going to be a little bit more sour even. And garlic.
Yeah.
So it has a really strong taste of garlic and sour, but it's really nice. It's nice and warm.
They love this stuff here in Vietnam as well. So this is basically just like garlic oil, and then you have like garlic, sort of chopped up garlic cloves in there as well. And then in some places you also just have like crushed garlic.
We put the crushed garlic
they added that in on top for us. Yeah,
it's already garlicky.
Super garlicky. And then you can add things like pepper if you want. You can have pepper, some chili sauce, whatever you want. It's totally customizable. So this is what we love about Vietnamese cuisine, in particular northern Vietnamese cuisine. It's very, very hearty, and a lot of it is very healthy as well. The flavors that are coming off of the meat here is unbelievable, because the way they do it on the barbecue with so much smoke, and that smokiness, you can taste it on the pork. It's just unbelievable. It's a very unique dish. You don't really get a lot of like the smoky type of barbecue-y flavors here in a lot of Southeast Asia. The only other country where you can really get that from what we've experienced is like in the Philippines, for example, where if you get like a lechon, where it's like slowly cooked, slowly smoked over a while, and then you get that barbecue taste off of the lechon as well. This is so good.
Really, really good buncha place, very tasty breakfast spot. And we only paid 35,000 each, which is about €1.50 or so. It's also the most affordable buncha that we have found to date. Usually, like in the inner city of Hanoi, you pay about 45,000 or like 40,000. This one was 35, so cheapest and best so far.
A+ buncha right there.
We are on another train bridge. And here on the right, kind of looks like they're building a new bridge to get over to the other side. Kind of in the early stages of building. You can see the smog a lot. This kind of looks like you're inside of a dirty cloud. I'm really wondering what they're going to do with the houses over here, where the bridge is supposed to connect.
We also managed to get ourselves some high-vis covers for our saddlebags. So that's a huge upgrade for us. So now we're much more visible. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Burning pile of waste. Oh. Same on the other side of the road as well. So believe it or not, we're currently less than 150 kilometers from the Chinese border. Absolutely crazy to think about that. Getting closer. Within the next 3 days or so, we should be crossing over into the province of Guangxi and then cycling across some of the most remote and rural parts of China.
Not to be a negative Nancy, but maybe just like for 2 minutes or so, let me be a little bit negative. I have to say, cycling in Vietnam, I don't know, I feel like it kind of has taken good bits of joy for cycling out of us. But just because there's really no ups and downs in Vietnam, and I don't mean in terms of hills or elevation or whatever, other than Ninh Binh, it has really been just grey soup, grey environment, grey everything for the entire time that we have been in Vietnam. And like cycling itself here right now is okay because the traffic is not so bad, but in a lot of areas it has been quite dangerous, especially today at the beginning of the video in Hanoi. It was quite a risky cycle there at the beginning, and I just kind of feel like, I don't know, I'm craving like emotional ups and downs. Like I'm craving, I don't know, the rewards. I'm craving, I don't know, being angry or whatever, but there's just nothing. Like it's just grey, and we're moving around in grey. It kind of feels like you're somewhat stuck in like an alternate universe of sorts, like a parallel universe, like a simulation where everything just kind of moves around in like a dream setting, like really slow and weird and grey. And I don't know, I'm really trying to like get my spirits up intrinsically just by myself, but I do have to say I am struggling a little bit with that, and that's very unlike me. So yeah, let's do these last few days in Vietnam, cross into China, and then just hope that it's gonna get a little bit better in China, because if it doesn't, I don't really know if it makes sense to continue cycling because it's just not a joyous experience at the moment.
Check out that for a view. You've got a bunch of quite literally, I believe, abandoned boats. One at the front is actually sunken down into the water. Looks like they've been here for a few years, and I think the ones at the back might actually still be in use because they're tied and anchored to the shore. But wow, this is a side of Vietnam not many people will see, and it's thanks in part to our bicycles and the path that we've chosen to take here in Vietnam. This is the bridge now that leads us over into the actual city of Bac Giang, and this here, I have no idea what this river is. I'll drop it down below. Very, very beautiful, but also quite dirty and chaotic. Suzhou Hotel, Bac Giang. Surprise, surprise, we have the room on the corner, and our room number is 1111. How cool is that? Nice view as well. Really nice view. Not bad. Not bad at all. Just smoggy. Just smoggy, yeah. Down there I can see a pretty large looking church as well. Let's have a look at the rim. We didn't see it yet, our luggage is still outside, we just kind of carried it up here. Is it nice? Oh! Very nice. Ooh, the curtain is opening by itself. Yeah. Fancy. Fancy, fancy. What's this? The bathroom looks real funny here. Toilet and shower. Oh, pink. I hope you can change the color system somehow, I don't know. We're not really pink kind of people. It's kind of like a K-pop style place. I think it's like Korean themed. Then you have kind of everything that you need in terms of sink and mirrors and towels on this side. We have mugs, but I cannot see a kettle. Is there a kettle? Why do we have mugs if there's no kettle? I'm very confused here. It's for you to figure out. Okay, maybe we don't have a kettle. That's okay. And then we have this beautiful bed, which is kind of like on an elevated kind of pedestal here. A nice smart TV from the looks of it. And then I'm sure out there you have maybe. Yeah, there you go. There's probably the view. Yep. The view over grey Bac Giang. By the way, I'm not sure if it's Bac Giang or Bac Giang. I don't know if it's a J or a G sound. But yeah, this is it. We kind of have to explore around the city a little bit, and we also have to repark our bicycles because we kind of left them in front of the hotel. Well, yes, everybody, welcome to Bac Giang. Population of about 250,000 people. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like a much smaller city than 250,000 people, but it is the capital of the Bac Giang province nonetheless. And we're currently here in a beautifully kept park. Very, very nice, I have to say. And some parts of it, like this one here, it's a little bit creepy. Look at this. Is this supposed to move by itself, like electric, or? Wow. That's been around for quite some time. Are you supposed to manually push it, or is it an electric thing? I'm not sure if it's a manual push and pull sort of a situation, or if it was like an electrically operated one, but now it's a Hep C. It's a Hep C machine, that's for sure. But yeah, this place here is surprisingly beautiful, I have to say. The cycle today was particularly grey and very much polluted, but the city of Bac Giang so far, from what we've seen very, very briefly, is actually quite nice. Very laid back. Nice little water show going on over here. And there's quite a bit of development around. They have a Vincom Plaza, which is like the typical mall setting. That's actually just over here towards the entrance of the park. So you in there, you can go and do all of your shopping, and you can get fast food, and all of the Western comforts are here. Contrasts. It's one thing I'll say about Vietnam. It's one big contrast. You have a lot of modern development, a lot of high buildings, and very clean environment.
In the city.
And in the cities, and then once you pop outside the cities, it's a totally different story. But that's what makes Vietnam interesting, I guess. And the people as well of Vietnam, I think they brighten up the greyness, especially here in the north. Northern people are surprisingly very, very nice. A lot of times they get a bad reputation, and the last time when we were here in the north of Vietnam, we actually ran into, unfortunately, a couple of different scams, and one of them went particularly viral. But all in all, about 98% of the people that we meet in the north are very warm and very hospitable, and it certainly lightens up the greyness of it.
Let's go and check out the Ruoxiang Café. I'm pretty sure that is not how you pronounce that whatsoever, but that's okay. It kind of looks nice. It's like situated in the middle of this kind of city lake, city pond type of a lake type of a situation, and it looks pretty comfy here on the other side. So that's why we were thinking it was a good idea to come over here. This looks a little Christmassy even.
Well, we found the cozy cafe here, situated on the then it sells the world's smallest cakes.
Your eyes are not deceiving you. Look at the difference.
It's crazy.
In all fairness, they were 35k, I think.
Yeah, so they were cheap.
So it's fine, but like, I thought we were gonna get like a bigger thing.
What are you gonna complain about, huh?
Cake is cake.
We figured we'd get a little bit of carbohydrates, and we also ordered some interesting coffees. Well, I got a salt coffee and you got an orange Americano.
I got an Americano with orange juice. See what happens, I don't know.
See what it's like, but let's try this. The world's smallest cheesecake. That's bloody tasty.
Is it?
That's a yummy cheesecake. That's very nice.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah. It's not like not overly sweet. It's kind of just like baked just perfectly.
But I'm
nice
always
and
wondering, like I don't know, in Germany, I don't know if it's in other countries the same, you would put like little pieces of mandarins like oranges, like small oranges, mandarins, into the cheesecake, and I always feel like I'm always wondering why that's not the case here.
Yeah, true. This is more like of a classic like New York style cheesecake, I think.
But like the fruitiness would like elevate it even to a whole other level. This is super, super tasty, but if there was like something orangey or mandarini in there, I think it would be even better. Let's give the chocolate cake a taste. It looks bombastic. Oh my god, that's so rich.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's very good, but you don't need a large piece of that.
You're gonna get diabetes after one piece. Mm. Oh, come on, thank you. That cake, the chocolate cake, just one bite of it will.
Oh yeah. It's very sweet, but it's nice, but like not something that you could eat like a lot of.
That's gnarly sweet. Look at that. Orange coffee. When she ordered it, I was like, you're mad. I don't know how that's gonna work.
I was looking for an oolong tea, but I couldn't find it on the menu, so I felt pressured into ordering something.
And I went for the boring option. I went for the standard salt coffee.
Works.
Does it work? Yeah.
Not my favorite, but it works.
It's just orange juice and black coffee, yeah?
Yeah, like an Americano, but with orange juice instead of water.
It's refreshing.
Yeah?
That's nice. It's almost like an Aperol Spritz coffee.
It feels like it's gonna go straight to your bloodstream.
Oh yeah, I'd say so. They're probably gonna be hyper caffeinated because you have like an extra like sweetness of the orange juice and then the caffeine. And this is just my number one go-to always in Vietnam. Anywhere we are in Vietnam, Café Moi salt coffee. that's bloody good. Oh, that's amazing. Real sort of a decadent, cakey, salty type of a taste with a strong whiplash of coffee in the back there as well. Salt coffee is always a good option. If you like more sweet options, get the egg coffee. That's quite literally just like a dessert. But if you're more of a salty type of a flavor profile and you like that, salt coffee is the best way to go. This cafe is very, very nice. And I have to say, Bac Giang has surprised us already. I thought when we were cycling in, I wasn't expecting much from this place. I just thought we're gonna go straight to the hotel and then we're not gonna leave the hotel. We're just gonna stay inside because I didn't expect much. But now I wanna just stay outside and just explore the city because, wow, it's very nice. And they have cake. Wow. Fascinating little streets here in Bac Giang. Tons of street food vendors. A whole bunch of stuff that we're definitely not used to seeing. What is this? Is that just wood? I'm not sure what that is. Jianxiao. Hmm?
I think it's orange.
What is it?
Đấy là thuốc chữa xương khớp.
Let's see. That is excess medicine for bone and joint treatment. Oh, medicine! Oh!
Thank you.
Come on! Nice! Very cool. They use that as medicine. So I wonder what way you take it. You chew it or what?
Sure that you make a tea out of it.
You make a tea?
Or like a tincture or something.
That's mad.
Same with the other herbs around here probably.
Crazy.
We're very, very close to China as well, so I'm sure that like parts of the traditional medicine probably kind of
Carries over, yeah.
Hey, so cool. Hi. Are you a big girl? Yeah. Oh.
Oh. Yes.